you know, there's a lot of characters on this show that I'm really going to watch in detail. And this is one of them. This is a guy I'm actually most worried about. Is this doctor, or this character Cipher, who we also know as Dr. Gould, who's now the head of the school. And this is the most mysterious character on the show. Now, right off the bat, what got my antennas up about this guy is the name Cipher, which, you know, obviously that leads into some type of, like, coding. Like, Cipher itself implies a hidden meaning. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. So, possibly he needs to be deciphered himself, or he is the code himself. But whatever it is, we know when you have a character named Cipher, like, you're not getting, like, right the 100% of who he is. There's some stuff that's hidden, and he plays that very well. And we can see, like, what his abilities are, we aren't sure, but we see his level of manipulation and control of authority. He exerts this type of authority that already seems out of line. And I'll tell you, something that really hit on it was his interaction with Cate. When Cate went to, you know, use her powers on him, he, like, quickly latched on her and quickly threatened. Like, he was right there. So his ability to go to a level of violence, like a level of just attachment, to threaten to put her hand in this, you know, blender, right off the bat. So that kind of gives you an insight of who he is. And he felt very confident going up against her, like grabbing her like that, still showing that he had a fear of her powers, but somehow being able to anticipate and having this control. So he exudes that, and I'm assuming that his powers are going to be something in this, you know, possibly telepathy. I think even like a power drain. This is kind of what I'm predicting. But what he projects is a lot. He projects a possession. He projects an authority, and he implements heart, even taking them into the training room now. He has a complete lack of regard for their own instincts. So he projects a lot of what may be his own fears, probably putting them in situations that he himself could not handle. So we're not going to be able to make any definitives about, like, where he's at in the noodle without knowing more about him. Now, there is some suggestions that he has a link to a father or a predecessor who may be either Professor Godolkin himself or someone in that stratosphere. And he is carrying on this legacy. So he has this, you know, this inheritance of this power, this belief, and this drive, and we see it come out. Now, this guy obviously is very, you know, narcissistic in how he approaches. He has very sadistic gestures. He definitely keeps people away. So he's going to be a little tougher to kind of figure out. But I think when we do, there's a lot there. I'm making some kind of bold predictions about what I think his powers may be. And clearly we see himself as, like, positioning all the suits to embrace that they are superior to humans. So he's, you know, this big divide, and I think we're going to see him come out as this manipulator at the highest level as the story progresses along. But give me your thoughts about what you think about this character. We'll get into some deeper breakdowns as the show progresses, and as always, I ask that you hit that like and subscribe.